That's what it's so amazing that after for Pathan, people have just gone to the theatres, and it's very encouraging. But at the same time, it's like, okay, here's hoping that, people also go for my film. Here's my fingers and toes and everything are crossed right now. And I also want to feel that, I want to feel like I've been a part of something that's entertained the audiences, and I've been a part of something that we have pictures together where I think right after my Mundan, I had gone for one of my dad's shoots and he was there. I was very small, I don't remember that very clearly, but I do remember, I remember Rishi uncle, and while growing up.
Does it become difficult for a person like you aligning to today's definition of love?
And I'm an optimistic person. I like to believe in fairy tales. Flowers, all about flowers and handwritten notes, handwritten cards and those gestures, and so I'm all about that, and I feel like that's the kind of love that I want, and that's the kind of love that I believe in.
Have you ever had a massive fight or broken up because you caught somebody lying to you?
Yes, and I feel like we've all experienced jhootis and makkars in our lives, right? So yeah, even I have. I think that a lot of people have their own troubles, their own anxieties. I had shared it before, and it's something that I'm not shy of sharing, because I think that it's the most real thing we all experience.
What did you really find out about him while the shoot was on?
He reminds me of, the acting prowess of Mr. Bachchan.
I remember meeting her in 2013 in Calcutta during Ashiki 2 promotions. 10 years. Yes, I've known her for a decade. And one thing that has remained the same about her is that she's never changed. She's still the beautifully well brought up girl that I know, and amazingly sweet. Today is her birthday. Welcoming Shraddha Kapoor in conversation with me only on Bollywood Bubble. Hello!
Thank you, Nayan.
Finally, we are meeting after 3 years.
It's been a while.
It's been a long time.
It's been a while. I'm so happy to be doing these interviews today, and seeing you and seeing everybody else also. It's exciting.
I want to ask you, are you nervous? Are you excited?
Both. I'm feeling both. I literally am feeling like this is my first film. Are people going to come to the theatres to watch it? Are people going to get entertained? I hope that they like the film. I hope that they enjoy it.
Yeah.
All of this is going on in my mind right now.
I have to tell you this. Now I'll tell you the reason why I feel that this movie is going to work. My friends are not primarily from the business. When you're from the business, you have an idea which film is releasing when. And I gauge that a film will do well on the basis of whether my friends know the release dates. Because sometimes I talk to them and I'm like, can we go watch this movie? And they would not know the release dates. This time they know the release dates, and they have no connection with the industry. I think the songs have worked. Visually it looks stunning. Both of you, I don't know why this hasn't happened for the last 10, 12 years that you both have been in the business. How do you feel? Why are you completely ये कि अच्छा ये तो पठान के बाद ये तोड़ देगी वो जो myth है?
That's what it's so amazing that after for Pathan, people have just gone to the theatres, and it's very encouraging. But at the same time, it's like, okay, here's hoping that, people also go for my film. Here's my fingers and toes and everything are crossed right now. And I also want to feel that, I want to feel like I've been a part of something that's entertained the audiences, and I've been a part of something that has brought people back to theatres. I want to feel that, so everything is crossed right now. And at the same time, it's a very interesting time because people are being so picky about what they are going to watch.
Absolutely.
They're being so picky, and they're in their full right to be picky. They don't care who the actor is. They don't care what the banner is. They don't care what kind of promotions you're doing or not doing for the film. They only care if they're going to be entertained. So I'm taking that very positively. I think that, I hope that we live up to that
You will.
demand of the audiences. I really do.
Shraddha, I also want to ask you that, you come from a legacy where you have met these people as kids also. Do you remember the first time you and Ranbir actually met?
We have photographs together, We have pictures together where I think right after my Mundan I had gone for one of my dad's shoots and he was there. I was very small, I don't remember that very clearly, but I do remember, I remember Rishi uncle and while growing up and Ridhima who's Ranbir's sister. I do have those vague memories, but mostly when I see the pictures, I'm like, okay, I have a slight memory of this. But yes, we've all grown up together and we've been a part of the same industry, and we would tag along with our families for shoots, and all of that used to happen.
Today, when you do a film with him, is this the first film that you guys have been offered together?
Yes,
Oh,
this
lovely.
is.
I don't know what people were waiting for, but I think it's a crackling pair. I think visually you both look stunning together, and I must say this. But today, when you work with Ranbir, you've gotten to know him a little more closely. People who don't know him closely have certain perceptions, have an image about Ranbir. Ranbir is completely contrary to that image for people who know him little bit. You know, he is a fun guy. He's not one of those quiet people. What did you really find out about him while the shoot was on? That you didn't know?
So, I had heard a lot of things about him. I heard that people said that, oh, if you work with Ranbir, you're going to have a great time working with him. He's a dream to work with. He's an amazing actor, and actors love working with him. So I heard all of this and I was like, okay, a lot of people are saying a lot of positive things about people. And I don't believe anything that anybody says unless I experience it firsthand. So I really admired him as an actor from since Savarya, Wake Up Sid, Bachna Hasino, Barfi, all the films. I felt he's super versatile and he's loved for being a fabulous actor. So I was curious to know how he's going to be on set, and I have to tell you that he is so in tune with his craft, and he just brings magic on the big screen. And it was an absolute pleasure to experience that with him on set. He's very, very sincere about what he does. He's very level-headed and shant about what he does. And that is really cool. I would say very, very cool to see that effortlessness come on the big screen. And he reminds me of, the acting prowess of Mr. Bachchan in Mr. Bachchan's younger days. And I think that is a superb thing to have. Yeah.
Something that I started off with, which was in the introduction, that you've not changed at all. People in your position who see success do have that sense of entitlement, a little bit of that. How do you manage to stay away from that? Growing up in the industry, also having that pedigree and still not having that sense of entitlement, it's a little bit of a rarity. How do you manage to stay away from all of that?
I feel like, what is there to be entitled about? I mean, we are so fortunate to be a part of entertaining people first and foremost. We get to be a part of the world of films.
Yeah.
We are so blessed as actors, as people in this industry who, get that adulation and that encouragement and that love. So I feel like the last thing that I would ever want to be is entitled for anything. I want to keep my head as bowed as possible. Because I really, really feel like I'm very, very blessed, and I feel like the kind of love that I get is extremely overwhelming. At the same time, there's that responsibility for sure.
Yeah.
But I feel like there is absolutely no reason to be entitled about anything.
Shraddha, you've also seen lows in your career, and there was a point of time you've even come out and spoken about it, that you battled anxiety.
Right.
During COVID, a lot of people actually came out and spoke about the anxiety levels that they were hitting. Do you feel that somehow with people like you speaking about it, speaking about your experiences, at least help people realize that everybody is regular and on a level playing field? And how do you look back at those days?
Absolutely, I feel like that has been a part of me, and I think that a lot of people have their own troubles, their own anxieties. Who doesn't experience ups and downs in their lives, and I had shared it before, and it's something that I'm not shy of sharing, because I think that it's the most real thing we all experience. people might be portraying their lives in a different way, and they might be, you know, trying to show certain sides of them that are very perfect or happy all the time, but that's not reality. Reality is where, you know, ups and downs happen, and it's how you come out of those ups and downs that are those true moments that test your resilience. So and we all go through it. It's something that, you know, when someone even shares that about themselves with me, I'm just like, yeah, you know, I had those tough days as well. I think I know what you mean. And then you share like how you can help each other.
It also makes you more empathetic towards other people's troubles, is what I feel.
Yes, absolutely.
You know, this movie has a very different take on love. Also very modernized today's take on love. How are you when you are in love? What kind of a lover are you?
I am very, I think, mushy. Like full, how do you say? Really mushy, cheesy, like flowers, all about flowers and handwritten notes, handwritten cards and those gestures. And so I'm all about that, and I feel like that's the kind of love that I want, and that's the kind of love that I believe in.